I think it's pretty clear as the reason why Yami, or I guess we should call him Sukehiro, took out the whole entirety of his clan besides Ichika. And I think it just comes down to that the Yami clan was planning a coup and attempting to either assassinate or kidnap Ryu, and Yami just stepped in to stop them. Because if we look back to chapter 342, we can see clear as day that Yami's dad was very unhappy with the peaceful lifestyle that their clan was leading, serving under the Ryu family. And the reason why he was so upset with the peaceful lifestyle that they currently have is because originally the Yami clan were a clan of assassins known as Kijin, who made a name for themselves on battlefields during the time where the country was constantly at war. But now that it is actually at peace and they're serving under the Ryu family, they essentially are serving as bodyguards or security at the very edges of the territory that the Rito family owns, which means in his eyes, essentially they went from being battle-hungry, battle-crazed, bloodthirsty assassins to essentially security guards at a local mall. Now, we don't know exactly how long the Yami clan had been serving under the Rito family as security in their territory, but we can definitely tell from the dialogue that he has in the flashback that Yami's dad definitely longs for the days where the clan were known as the Kijin, whether he was actually a part of that era or not. And he definitely planned for their clan to go back to that lifestyle. Now, we never actually get to see the rest of the Yami clan until the end of the chapter or the end of the flashback, when Yami's already taken all of them out. But if the rest of them are anything like Yami's dad, then we can definitely tell or we can believe that it's not too far of a stretch that they would have been planning a coup against the Ryudo family and planned on taking over control of the territory so that they can go back to being known as the Kijin of the Land of the Sun. But they weren't expecting that one of their own clan members, Sukehiro, would end up being the one to get in their way. But you would think Yami, a mere 13-year-old, would not be able to stand up against his entire clan by himself. And as we saw in the flashback, when he was fighting against his dad during a training session, he was very easily outmatched in the beginning of it. But at one point, he actually did end up gaining the upper hand, and that is when his dad tried to strike against Ichika and Yami stepped in to stop him. This right here was one of the first instances of Yami surpassing his limits. As we've seen throughout the entirety of the series, whenever someone close to Yami is in danger, this is when he surpasses his limits and gains a brand new power-up that allows him to defeat the opponent that's standing in front of him. One of the most notable and my favorite example of Yami surpassing his limits throughout the entirety of the series is during the Undersea Temple arc, because during that arc, Yami had been separated from the rest of the Black Bulls by a dimensional barrier that was set up by the Elder of the Undersea Temple while the Black Bulls fought against the Guardians of the Temple. And during their skirmish with the Guardians, Vetto showed up and actually started to attack them. But after finally being defeated by Asta, Vetto decided to blow himself up in order to take Asta and the rest of the Black Bulls out with him. Now, like I said, Yami had been separated from the entirety of the Black Bulls the entire arc by a dimensional barrier that he was not able to break through with his own power. In order to protect his found family, Yami had to gain a major power boost in order to break through that dimensional barrier, and I think something similar happened during his conflict with the rest of the Yami clan, because we saw in the end of the flashback when Yami had taken out the rest of his clan and his father, we saw that both Ichika and Ryu had been heavily damaged during the conflict. So, more than likely what ended up happening was during the conflict when Yami was fighting the entirety of his clan by himself, a few members managed to break free from him and attack Ichika and Ryu. And after seeing his best friend and little sister be hurt by the members of his family, Yami became enraged and had a strong drive to protect them, which forced him to surpass his limits and gain a significant power boost in his Yorioku. And because of that boost, he actually managed to defeat the entirety of his clan as a 13-year-old who had yet to get his own magic scroll. But anyway, guys, that's my theory as to what happened with the massacre of the Yami clan and how it all went down. We probably won't end up finding out the true history of what happened until Yami and Ichika actually end up reuniting, which I expect to happen in the later half of this arc. But until then, we just kind of have to come up with our own theories, and that is mine. That's it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please drop me a like, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate that, and comment down below what you thought about the theory. That's it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.